Okay, and share the screen. Oh, I have so many choices I can pick from to share to. Ah, well, let's try this one. Okay, you see the flowers?
Yep.
All right, you guys. Well, we're in the last week and a half of April, and then we have May and June, and then we're at the end of the seminar year. Insane. It's insane. I can't believe it. I can't even believe it. And I was telling my husband, I was like, where did this year go? And I was a little like in my own personal business, a little disappointed in the year. And he was like, did you remember that for fall, your dad had surgery, you had a hysterectomy? Like you just forget stuff, right? You just forget. So I'm so excited that we have new months, that we have new years, that we have, and I'm so proud of our year, really, that our unit has done. And tonight is going to be all about focusing to how we are going to wrap up this year with excellence. And I was like, we're going to soar to excellence. And I was like, wait a second. I've said that before. I've said that for a whole year. I think we had t-shirts that said that. And so that's why you had a t-shirt. I wanted you to wear it because you guys, tonight, I want you to imagine if the seminar year 2026 2027 started now. Like if, yeah, Erin.
Dawn's asking for the link. She said she can't find hers.
Oh, okay. Well, I,
Sorry. And I don't have it readily for some reason. I do not have it readily available.
here, I will.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, that's okay. Okay. All right. Hopefully she'll figure that out. Okay. All right. Well, so I want you to imagine, you guys, if the 2026 2027 year started like May and June, and what that would look like. And so this whole night tonight, we're going to get our brains into thinking with excellence. And I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me over the weekend and why this is like hot on my brain. So this is where we're going to shift our brains to thinking, how can we be excellent like right now? And what does that look like? And how can we get our brains starting thinking in this direction? All right. Well, part of soaring to excellence is our unit moving back into pink Cadillac status. And so that is one of the things we're going to talk about tonight. And we have celebrated 14 times as a car. No, yeah, 14 cars, 14 times 14 cars? Yeah, sorry, 14 cars, 21 years as a unit. Sorry, getting all of these things mixed up. So we're gonna be thinking about how do we think about moving into places that we aren't currently are in a way that we do it with excellence with each step. Hey, Dawn. All right, well, let's do some celebrating. I want to celebrate everybody that got their people signed up to receive this catalog. Amy, Aaron Hildebrand, Aaron Moore, Allison Polster, Lynn Bauer, Mandy Adams, Katie Tessmer, Sarah Ortiz, Ruth Kagaby, Colleen Schultz, Dawn Hernandez, Julia Thede. You guys, you're going to be so happy that your customers have this catalog. It's beautiful. It's got all the new foundation shades. We have some other fun new products that you'll get to hear about in a week and a half that are launching. We not just foundation, we have other things that are launching, which are really fun for summer. Some limited edition and some regular line, which is really great. What you want to remember about this catalog is that this is the catalog where the prices are higher. So you want to be letting your customers know about those price increases right now. So one of the things that I have done with my customers, I just scheduled a text to go out this week, was sending them all of the price increases. And from now through the end of April, I'm doing this for April to get them in, like looking at their stash right now for April. Because when May comes, I'm going to be focused on all of the new stuff. I want them looking at their current product right now. What do they need? What do they want to restock on? I'm doing a buy one, get one half off of any product the price is being raised. unlimited. So if they want an oil-free eye makeup remover, they can get four at full price and four at half price, whatever they want to do. But I want them like in April looking at their product for their regular line product that the prices are increasing because I want it ordered. I want all of that done before we hit May and we're focused on the new catalog and we're focused on new products. I don't want like for them to get their catalog in May and go, oh, the prices have all risen. So I want my brain, I want to make sure I've talked about that with them in April. So just a reminder to look at those. I'll post them again in our Voxer group so you can text those out. But there's a lot. There's tools, there's skincare, there's color. Eyeshadows are going up from 8 to 10. Mascara prices are going up. So we've got a lot of things that your people are using that, if you've got somebody that's got 10 eyeshadow shades or 6 eyeshadow shades, they're going to want to get those at 8 rather than 10. Okay. Is there any questions about the price increase or catalog or any of that? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Well, I want to do some celebrating of our consultants that hit the 350 by the 15th challenge. Krista Grodelution, Karen Peterson, Katie Tessmer, Tiffany Herman, and Erin Hildebrand have our little pinwheel charms that you'll get. Those are fun for spring. Those will be coming your way. And if you have March prizes that have not hit you yet, it is because my printer ran out of ink. And so my assistant is coming back on Wednesday to continue shipping the rest of them now that my printer has ink. So some of you still have some prizes coming your way. All right. Well, congratulations to all of you that achieved that in April so far. All right. Well, I want to talk about Star Consultant. So we are 1 month into the last quarter of the year. And I wanted to give a little reminder, especially for new consultants. If you're watching this and you're a new consultant, if you're watching the recording, I wanted to break down how do you get to be a star? What does that look like? And so we have 5 different star levels, and they're all named after gems, and they all are a wholesale total, like value. So what you pay for it, that's where you get the points. You also get 600 star points when you recruit someone and they place a qualified order, which is a 600 wholesale order. So the way that you become the first level of star, a sapphire star, 1800, is to sell $300 a week. That is a simple way to track it. To hit the next level, ruby star, it's 400 a week. Diamond, which is 3000, is 500 a week. Emerald is 800 a week, and pearl is 1000 a week. And so what I love about this program is that it takes your year and breaks it into 4 quarters. And so you then can take your quarter and break it down into a month, and you can take your month and break it down into a week. The smaller your goal can get, the more likely you are to hit it when you're focused on the small chunks. And we're actually going to talk about that tonight in our conversation about being excellent. All right. Our last star party for the year will be on June 16th, and it will be live with Miranda Rains. So you don't want to miss this. We've had 2 lives with her this year and 2 trend reports. So this is a live conversation with Miranda. So I can send her questions in advance. But when you are a 4th quarter star, you will get to join us for a night with Miranda, which is always so fun. We just love her. Erin Hildebrand and I enjoyed the spring trend report with her. And even though the trend reports are recorded, you just love her. Like, you're just like, we just love her. Like, just listening to her talk, we just love her so much. Okay. Well, ladies, this Friday, I get to order all of the new product and all of the new foundations. So hopefully you remember the challenge that I gave at the beginning of the month, and that is when you sell 40 items between the 1st and the 25th, you can earn a new foundation and a sample pack of some of the other foundation shades. So Ladies, this is a great week to reach out to your customers to talk to them about those price increases because that's a way that you can generate some sales this week with those regular line items. Can you guys hear me or is my dog like drowning me out? Can you hear my dog? Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. I know Zoom sometimes is good about blocking out the barking. I'm just totally distracted because he's being so loud. All right. Hold on a second. Let me shut my door. Oh my goodness. Okay. This dog is cute, just as cute as my last dog. My last dog did not bark, so he wins the prize for better dog. All right, you guys. So 40 items by Friday. Actually, I'm ordering on, that's not true. What's the date? I can order on Sunday, the 26th. So let me just double check all my dates. I want to make sure I give you the right amount of time. Okay, you have through Saturday to sell. I am ordering Sunday, like early in the morning. So you need to let me know by Saturday night, even if it's late, I'll wake up and check my Voxer if you've sold 40 items. And what you're also going to want to go, you're going to want to let me know your current foundation shade so I can order you the one that would be most close to your current shade, or that would be that would be the match. So you guys have all week long until Saturday night to get those 40 items sold. I would love to be able to get that ordered for you and in your hands so you can start using it ASAP. But that, I mean, it's really a great week. You've got the rise in prices. It gives you a reason to reach out to your customers and let them find out what they need. Okay, you guys have any questions on this? Okay, if you sell 60 items and you've got a 600 wholesale, you add a new team member this week, you get the new foundation in your shade, a sample pack of the foundations, and a new beauty tool because we have a new beauty tool that's coming out too. And then you can see all the what happens if you have 80 items. Okay. All right. Well, a couple of other things for you to think about this week as you're looking at generating sales to sell items to earn that foundation. We've got Administrative Professionals Day Wednesday. We've got Teacher Appreciation Week. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Lynn, for being amazing teachers. That's the 4th through the 8th. We've got Nurses Week, the 6th through the 12th, and Mother's Day. So these are all things that you can be using as reasons to reach out to people. So you may have a special for your teachers, any teacher you might want to, you could reach out to. Administrative Professionals Day on Wednesday. You could certainly give some kind of gift or special for people that are administrative professionals. Or if you have people in your life that have administrative professionals, this is a great time to make sure they've got something for their person. So, okay, great. Lots of great reasons to reach out to people this week. Okay, well, a reminder that every week you have the opportunity to fill out your weekly wins. We have a goal as a unit to put product on 200 faces, add 10 new consultants, and share the opportunity with 40 people every single month. That's been our goal all year. And you have the opportunity to leave your information on this easy Google form. You guys, I cannot make it any easier for you. I put it on this Sunday text. You just have to literally click it, look at your calendar. How many faces have I done? How much have I sold? How much have I shared? And what bookings do I have coming up? So easy to do. Well, this week I heard from Dawn. So Dawn, thank you for sharing your numbers. And Dawn is our queen of bookings. Woohoo, Dawn. Dawn, are you able to talk?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, John, I would love for you to share. You have a party booked and you've got some tentative things booked. Will you share your how you met the person with the skincare party that you booked? Will you tell everybody how that happened? Because it's such a great story.
Um, so the party that I'm doing this week, we've been talking off and on for months and months and months. And she has teenagers, and she's got one as a senior. And so she's had a crazy life, and I've been telling her, and so she finally said, "Yeah, we can do it this week." Matter of fact, I was trying to contact her because she got to talk to her hubby to make sure we can go to her house and do it. And she finally said, "Yeah, we'll do it with her and her daughter." So we're working on that. So like I said, I finally been trying. She goes to my church and finally got it in there.
Awesome.
So that's one.
Awesome. And then you have, tell this story. Is it, which office is it that where you, or is it doctors? Which
No,
office?
it's my eye doctor. I went last week because my eyes were getting older and needed new glasses and
Hmm?
stuff like that. And so I just took a hunch. I just took a guess. I was walking out and they seemed such nice people too. And I said, "So, are you guys?" I'm a Mary Kay consultant, and I was wondering if you guys were interested in doing skincare classes. And they were like, "Oh, yeah, we really would. Let me get with the other ladies and we'll do it." And I said, "Okay, well, just to let you know, I only have 8 trays. I don't think I could do more than that." And they were like, "Okay, we'll do it at my off. We'll do it up here at the office. We'll close it up and we'll do it here." And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is new." But I'm like, "Okay, we could do that." They wanted me to do the makeup too, and I'm like, "No, because then we'll be here all night. So I don't want to do that to you all. Let's do a skincare class, and then if you want, we can always do the color later." So that's a potential. Um, I got a couple other people that are I'm working on. One's another one of her daughters and stuff, and her daughter's like really into makeup. And I said, "Well, good. Maybe I'll come to you and you can show me because I'm not good with makeup." I said, "You can show me how to do makeup." And she goes, "Okay, I can do that." So, but yeah, that's what I got going on so far.
I love it. I love it, John. John has, it was really fun today. We were talking about just the stuff that she's got going on and her growing to sharing with people and not worrying about if they say yes or no, but just like not having letting a no kind of shut her down. And so that's growth, right? And that comes from doing it more often. So congratulations, Dawn. So proud of you. So proud of you. Good job. Well, ladies, I want to remind you that we now I've connected with a group of directors that does a $500 cash drawing every quarter. So for April, May, and June, every time you share the opportunity with them and they give you a response, yes, no, or not now, they can be entered to win $500. And so if your customer wins, then you win. So this is an incredible opportunity. So just keep that in mind. April, May, and June, any person that you share the opportunity with, they will get entered into that drawing. All right, well, let's do some celebrating of courts that have already been reached. We've got Erin has already hit the Princess Court, and you're pretty dang close to the Elite Princess Court, Erin. Erin Moore and Lori DeWolf have hit the Unit Court of Sales and both on their way to Elite Unit Court. Faith is just below the Unit Court of Sales. Amy, you are not too far below the Unit Court of Sales, as well as Dawn and Lynn. So you guys, I will share your numbers with you so you know what that looks like, because that may be something that you think about for the next 2 months as we soar to excellence the next 2 months of the year. All right. Well,
Beth, I have a quick question on that. Where are we
yes.
at with Unit Club?
We are solidly on target for 300,000
Okay.
and we are gosh, well, and we're going to talk about that. We could potentially hit 350. So, if we soar to excellence. But yes, we are solidly on target for Unit Club, which is fantastic. Okay. Well, we have, you guys, seminar is August 14th through the 16th. I'm encouraging you to arrive the afternoon, evening of the 13th. We are wanting to plan an event for the evening of the 13th. So, not getting in too late at night because seminar is shorter, we don't have as much time to do fun stuff. And so it's tentative. We're looking at what our options are for things that we can do that evening. One thought was a rodeo because we're going to be in Fort Worth, which that would be super fun. So just know that as you're planning, we will be registering on May 20th is when consultants can register. And we're currently looking, doing some hotel research, all that fun stuff. But I just wanted to remind you that seminar is, I have been to seminar on years where it was so, I mean, I'm always excited to go to seminar, but there are years where it's extra exciting, where there's extra things that are going to be celebrated. And then there's been years when I've gone to seminar and I'm like, well, not as much celebrating is happening this year. And what I have learned in my 21 years of going to seminar is that sometimes seminar needs me to show up so they can go, look, people can do this. Like people can achieve these things. And sometimes if I'm not at seminar, I'm in deep trouble because I need to be reminded that Mary Kay works and that I am there to celebrate. Not everybody's going to walk across stage, but when you walk across stage, you sure do love when people are there to cheer you on. And it is so fun when your brain can shift to whatever reason you're going to seminar. But there's always it's always a yes to seminar. And when you make that decision and you move your brain into I'm going, then your brain is moving into I'm a professional. This is what professionals do. And this is how I'm going to make it work from schedules to financing to hitting a target that you can celebrate. It is all of it is so important if you want to continue to build a business and build it with excellence. So, as you're looking at your schedule and planning flights and looking at things like that, I just wanted to put that reminder in there that seminar is it's always a yes, no matter what your year has looked like, no matter what, no matter what. Okay. All right. Well, last week we talked about dirty notebooks, and the idea of a dirty notebook is making sure every day in your notebook that you track things, that you are writing down your activity. So if you've called somebody, if you've sent an email, if you've done anything. And so I'm going to talk tonight. I'm going to stop the share right now and talk to you about uh, what it means to be excellent. And I want you to, if you want to pull out a piece of paper from your notebook, if you didn't write anything in your notebook this last week, tonight's the night you can put something in your notebook. So pull out your notebook and we're going to dirty it up tonight. And I want you to write the word excellent across the top of the piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. So excellence across the top and a line down the middle.
So it's going to be like a letter, then a line. What? Can you hear me? Is it
Yep,
going to
I
be like
can hear you. Yeah, it's going to say excellence across the top of the page. And then you're going to draw a line down the middle, dividing it. So it looks like this. So excellence across the
oh,
top, and then a line down the middle, dividing the page. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to tell you a story about my weekend. So Tom and I were at a marriage conference and we went out to eat two times. We went out to eat Saturday night at an Italian restaurant. It was locally owned. And Sunday we went out to breakfast at IHOP. Chain, they're everywhere. International House of Pancakes. Both were good food. Um, both the wait staff at both were very friendly and helpful. Um, the shockingly, the dinner, like at this Italian, it was a lovely restaurant, like such delicious food. I had a glass of wine, we had salad, we had bread. The cost of it, the cost of our Italian dinner with a glass of wine was the same cost as our IHOP breakfast. I was like, wow. I mean, that was interesting. And so when we walked into both restaurants, the Italian restaurant, we'd never been there before. It was lovely. It felt like you were in Italy and had, fun music. And it was prom at one of the high schools. So we saw some little, high school kids coming in all dressed up, which is always fun. And they were very friendly and they were great service, great, great service. We walk into IHOP, lovely, lovely restaurant. It was a newer one. We're like, oh, this is a nice IHOP. They greeted us, were very friendly. They got us seated right away. And when we sat down at both restaurants, at the Italian place, the waitress came up and she was very like calm and friendly and took her time and just was excellent. Just excellent. We had such a great experience. At IHOP, the gentleman came up that was our waiter, and he was very kind and he was very friendly, but he was very like sweating because he had been like running his butt off. And like he was patient with us. He didn't make us feel rushed, but he was busy. Like he was like, okay, I'll get right on that. And he's running, running. We eat our breakfast. It was fine. It was what you would expect from IHOP. Um, and so both were great waiters and waitresses. We complimented both of them when we left. And when we left the IHOP, this is where my brain started thinking about what I want to talk about tonight. We said, thank you. You did a really great job serving. And he said, thanks. He said, there were 10 people that were supposed to show up to work, and only 4 people showed up today.
Mm.
There's supposed to be 10 wait staff that showed up. He said the same thing happened yesterday. He goes, I worked yesterday. There were supposed to be 10 and 4 showed up. He said, this is what happens. People call in and they don't want to work on the weekends. And then all week long, they're going to try to find shifts because they realize they need to make money. They realize they need to pay their cell phone bill. They wish they had work. And I was like, what? 6 out of 10 people didn't show up to work? You guys, that's insane to me. Can you imagine? I mean, no one on this call would do that. None of us would have a job where we would just not show up and leave people in the lurch. We wouldn't do it. But I was thinking about, and my husband said, he goes, what's interesting is that those people still have jobs. Like, why aren't they getting fired? And the reason they're not getting fired is because we live in a world where people don't want to work and they put up with less than excellence in their staff. That's crazy. So I was thinking, you guys, when we're surrounded by a world that has lowered the bar on so many things, I wanted to speak about each of us thinking about how can we be excellent individually in our Mary Kay businesses, and how can we help hold each other accountable to be excellent. And it made me think about our year-end goal. Our year-end goal will always be Circle of Excellence, which is 650,000. We have been Circle of Achievement 14 times. 13 times. This year it'll be 14, which is amazing. And we're a top unit in Mary Kay. I have always wanted our unit to be celebrated at Circle of Excellence. It is one step up, and really the difference from where we are now to that is a larger unit size. So having more people on our team. But not only do we want to invite more people to our team, we want to invite people to our team that are excellent, right? That are excellent. I want people that I share Mary Kay with to not be the kind of people that don't show up to work, right? That aren't the kind of people that go, I don't feel like it. I'm not going to do it, right? Like, my mind was blown that there were that many people that didn't show up to work. So I wanted to talk tonight about 2 very important things that we all need to remember in our brains about excellence in our business. And so on the left-hand side of your paper, I want you to think in your brain, I want you to think of something that you want to achieve in your business this week, that it may be an activity goal. So it may be that you have a goal to meet 10 new people by warm chatting. Maybe that's your goal. That would be excellence to you this week. Maybe you have a sales goal. Maybe you want to sell 40 items. Maybe that would be excellent to you. I want you to write that down on your paper this week, between tonight And next Monday, what would you like to, and it needs to be measurable. Like it has to be a measurable number, either an activity number or a results number. Doesn't matter to me what it is, but what is excellent for you for the next week? Just write it down on a piece of paper. Okay. So one of the first things that every single Mary Kay consultant we need to grasp and learn is that we get to run our own race, right? We get to define what excellence is for me. Like I get to decide what that is this week. I don't have to set any goal just because somebody told me to. I get to decide. I get to look at my life. I get to look at what I want from this business. I can look at what I want from life and go, you know what? This week, I would like to sell $1,000 because I would like $500 and for whatever I want to buy an airline ticket to go see my daughter Brooke in Seattle. That can be my excellence. Somebody else may have a completely different uh, activity on that side, and it is okay. We can get distracted by thinking we have to have our excellence be what somebody else's excellence is, right? Like I want to know what is excellent for me. So when I show up so Friday morning, I will be on my call with sales directors. There's like 20 of us, and we all share our numbers of what we did, like out loud. We read them in front of everybody. And I need to know what my level of excellence is because I may read mine and somebody else may read theirs, and I might feel kind of bad about mine. But if I hit what I wanted to hit for me, then I get to celebrate that. And we all do. And it's very healthy. And that's what's so great about this group is that we are accountable to each other and we celebrate. There's no like, oh, well, she's better than me or I'm better than her. But that's number one thing is we have to be solid on what is our level of excellence and we get to decide what that is. Okay, so that is number one. Does that make sense? All individual, all individual. The right-hand side are things that are not individual. These are the things that Mary Kay has said will help us be excellent in our business. And they're non-negotiable if you want to be an excellent Mary Kay consultant. So we may have different goals that we want to hit, but we have the same activities that help us hit those goals. It's just doing more or less of them dependent on what you want with your goal. Does this make sense? So what I've found, and this isn't just in Mary Kay, this is in the world. Like this is in my two different restaurants that I visited. Like both restaurants want to sell food. Both restaurants want people to be served well. The people at the Italian restaurant, they have the same goal as the wait staff at IHOP, but they're doing it with excellence because they're all showing up to work. Like same job. Like you could work at IHOP, you could work at the Italian restaurant, like same skills, like same things, right? But the Italian place is doing it with excellence. IHOP is not, but it's the same job. And so we're going to talk about excellence for the rest of the seminar year. Each week it's going to be a different topic. But these are some of the things that are non-negotiable in excellence as Mary Kay consultants. Number one, our attitude. Our attitude of service and big thinking and non-negotiable. Like a servant attitude is non-negotiable in Mary Kay. Like going into our appointments with a desire to serve people, attitude. Skills, being excellent at the skills to build a business, booking, coaching, selling, recruiting. Learning those skills and doing them with excellence is non-negotiable if you want to be excellent in Mary Kay. Like if you want to hold a good, or if you want to book a party, it is you want to be excellent at learning those skills. Okay. Image, image, looking like a professional beauty consultant, being excellent, that's non-negotiable if you want an excellent business. Your beliefs, excellence in your beliefs about believing in other people, believing in supporting the company, believing in having a positive outlook. That is, if you want an excellent business, that is non-negotiable in Mary Kay. Um, to be excellent in anything, including Mary Kay, having some kind of accountability, non-negotiable. We are flat out better when we have someone that knows what we want and is there to cheer us on, not to judge us, not to make us feel bad when we don't do something, but just to know, be aware of what we want to do. So I had this idea for all of us as we run out our Soar to Excellence end of the seminar year. So I would love for all of us in our brains to go, okay, if we had 2026, 2027, we were able to tag on May and June, what would that look like if let's say you wanted to do the court of sales in the next seminar year. What if you thought, what if I tried to do that amount of level in May and June? What would that look like to try to do that? Like, I won't hit it this year, but getting in the habit of it for next year could be really helpful. You finish with excellence, you'll start with excellence, right? So if you finish with excellence, you'll start with excellence. So I had this idea and I got it from my family. So my oldest daughter reached out and she said, I want everyone to join Strava. You guys familiar with what Strava is? Okay, Strava is an app and it tracks your exercise and you can follow people. Like we follow everybody. I mean, we can follow what people do on Venmo. It's crazy to me. But you can follow people. And so she's like, I want to know what everybody's doing. So our whole family does some type of exercise. And I don't need to follow. The only people I want to see are my family. So my daughter, my two daughters, my son-in-law, and Tom. And so, so far, 4 out of 6 of us are on this app. And it's really simple. When I exercise, it goes to my Strava account, and everybody that follows me gets a little ding, and it says, Beth went for a walk, or Beth did her weight workout today. And then they see it and they go, yay! And they write a little message like, good job, mom. I'm like, I love this. So I thought, okay, how can we use this in Mary Kay? Because you guys, I worked out one day when I wasn't planning on working out because I wanted my family to see that I worked out. I'm like, darn it. I can't not have a day where I'm not doing this. I was totally motivated by my kids and my husband seeing that I worked out because accountability, right? Like that helped me be more excellent in my health. So, nobody's made this in Mary Kay, so we get to create our own. And that thought behind this is that for the rest of the seminar year, every week you can say, I want to be a part of our Soar to Excellence Voxer group. Like I'm in this week. I'm in this week. And it is so simple. It's just saying, I'm in. It is sharing your goal. And it does not matter what it is. It can be, I want to call 5 people. I want to sell $500. It does not matter what it is, you guys. The goal behind this is to come together as community and help each other be excellent. All right. So you're posting your goal for the week. You are every day in the Voxer group posting a win, some kind of win. So you've got your goal you're posting once, every day your win. And your win could be I didn't want to put makeup on before I went to work, but I put makeup on and it looked really good. Like whatever your win is, you guys, I want like whatever your win is that is helping you be excellent. I want you to post that. And then the third thing, so three things, posting your goal, posting your wins, and at the end of the week, filling out the weekly win form. That's it. And so you will tonight be able to say, yep, I want to do it this week. And I'm going to create the Voxer group. I'll put you in. Next week, you may go, no, I don't want to be in this week. I'll take you out of the group. You can go in and out as much as you want, but you'll only be in if you're like, I want to do it this week. But what I realized, you guys, from my experience at these restaurants and this, my experience with this app with my family is we don't just coast into excellence. It's intentional, right? Like you have to be intentional about it. We are living in a world where people are not setting the bar high for being excellent. So we're dressing sloppier. Like I would love for doctors to wear their white coats again. Like could we put white coats on? Could we look a little professional? Like as a doctor, I'm paying you a lot of money. Like I'm really feeling it. But you guys, doesn't it? I mean, you feel better when you do things that make you feel excellent. And when we are living with excellence, people around us will too. And you will have people that want to join your team that are excellent. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know people were excellent anymore. You're excellent. You actually, like, you actually take care of yourself. You took a shower before you came to work today. Like that, our world is starving for that. And our world is like, people want what we have. So, um, excellence. Once a week, you decide, or every week you decide if you want to join the excellence group. So I want to hear, what do you think about when I share this idea or any of the things I've talked about? Can you relate to um, being in places where you're wondering, like, who's the professional here? Anyone had an experience like that or an experience where it was very excellent, like our Italian restaurant? Any feedback on anything I've shared tonight? Yeah, Erin.
So this is last year when they called us back to work for 3 days. They actually had to send out, so talking about being excellent and professional, they actually had to send out the dress code again. Like because people were wearing ball caps and t-shirts and obviously not every job is customer facing in my day job, but I mean use some common sense. Don't wear that stuff to work.
Right. I know.
So so yeah,
Right. You're like,
definitely.
when they were in college and school to be an engineer or in business school, they were not told to wear a ball cap and a t-shirt into a corporate office, right?
No,
No.
right. Yeah.
I and it
So
yeah. Okay. So you had that dress code. You had a dress
yes.
code thing from your bosses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say that despite the fact that I'm not really, and I know I'm preaching to the choir for many of you because you go into work every day and deal with very hard situations with kids and whatnot as teachers. But I'm not loving being back in the office 5 days. But this, I will say the structure is definitely bringing the excellence back to my nature because
Mm.
I, it just feels better, like feels right. Like I might be more exhausted and I can't get anything done at home, but it definitely that like just pushing to get to be better for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's really it's really powerful when you think about the next generation of humans. Like I need people to be excellent when I'm old and needing people to tell me what I need to do, right? Like we can't like have excellence stop when it comes to anything. And so it's really a big deal. It's really a big deal. Yeah, huge.
What I'm finding with school with kids is a lot of these kids, the parents don't, okay, I'm thinking two girls. The parents don't enforce anything, okay? So there's one girl, you tell her to do something and she doesn't listen. She will run around like it's nap time. Haley, get on your cot. No. Haley, get on your cot. No, I don't want to. She'll run around the room. Haley, you keep and her friends who are trying to nap are like, Haley, please be quiet. Get on your cot. We want to sleep. These kids at 4 are getting disgusted with her because she won't listen. Her
Yeah.
mother was in last week because this kid, I mean, she trashed our principal's office one day. That's how bad she is.
Yeah.
And one day her grandma had to pick her up because of her behavior. And all I said to her, we were walking back, the other kids were walking back from the bathroom, and she was being loud in the hallway. And I said, Haley, you need to tone it down because you're being too loud. Her grandmother said I was being mean to her.
Mm.
It just amazes me.
Yeah.
Some of these kids, and I don't know if it's the way they were brought up and they don't have, their parents didn't teach them right or what. It's just, it scares me, some of these kids, the way they act. I mean, these are 4-year-olds.
Right. Right.
You know, they're
Well,
not, what are they, and they're telling, I had one that used some inappropriate words to me, and I know she hears it at home, and there's no respect for adults. It just amazes me. And if I had ever said anything that some of these kids say to me, I would have been in big trouble.
trouble. Right. Well, and you know what, ladies, what's so fun? So Nan Stroud, our national, before she was in Mary Kay, she was a teacher. And she realized that she said, I knew that when I was a sales director that I would be able to impact moms and I would be able to help moms learn things that we learn in Mary Kay. Learn things about excellence, learn things about respect that will get passed on to your children. And so we have it's why it's so important for us in Mary Kay to protect being excellent because we never want Mary Kay to get watered down from the ways that it's excellent. We never want to show up and have the majority of people at seminar walking around in their pajamas, like in flip-flops. But it's up to us to keep being excellent. So, what Amy, you're like, yes, and amening everything that Lynn's saying, like you people in education. Yeah. Yep. Well, all right, you guys. So what I want you to do tonight, when we get off, well, first, let me ask another question. Does this idea of having a group where the only people in the group are people that are saying, I'm gonna be active. I'm gonna do something this week. Uh, and so having that place where you can be accountable and where you can celebrate wins and be celebrated. Um, Give me some feedback on that. Is that something that you feel will be helpful or that you want to see if it would be helpful?
Yes. Because I just feel like I'm floating. I'm going in the breeze like, okay, this way. Nope, now I'm gonna blow back this way. And I like the idea of being able to go in and out of the group. So if things get a little crazy, then I can be like, oh, I gotta step out. But then if things kind of slow back down again, then I can step back in. So I'm excited for this. So thank you, Beth.
You're welcome. Well, and what is fun about this, you guys, you get to set your goal and there is no judgment on your goal. Like part of the understanding is this group, we're here to encourage each other and cheer each other on. And that's what it is. So if somebody says their goal is at whatever it is, I'm going to call 3 people this week. We're going to go, great, awesome. Like we're going to celebrate that. Whatever it is, but the power of sharing what it is and then every day you guys finding some kind of win because when we can find one kind of win, that's going to get our brains feeling good about the next day. And we will all soar to excellence. We will all soar to excellence. So that is that will when I thought of that today, I was like that really, as a leader in Mary Kay, that's what I desire for all of you, that you are looking yourself in the mirror and going, I feel good about myself because I'm excellent. I do things with excellence, including my business, how I navigate my family, how I learn how to set boundaries. Like that brings me joy because I know that's what Mary Kay would want for all of us, that we would all know and believe that we are worthy of excellence. We are, because that's how God created us. So, okay. Well, I am going to create the group. I'm going to create it as soon as we get off. Text me and let me know if you want to be in, and I'll add you. And then you are going to post what you want, what your definition of excellence is going to be for this week. And it needs to be measurable. It can't be, I'm going to be more positive this week. That's not a measurable goal. Okay. Any other questions or comments before we wrap up tonight?
Okay, so like let's say I made a goal of like I put down that I want a goal of this week to at least have one or two. For me, that makes me have to where like I don't feel like I'm gonna stress out trying to get more because I already have one, so I just have to get one more this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know, are we just talking about this week or are we talking about this week and next week forward or just this week?
We're talking about tonight to next Monday.
Okay.
Yep. So it could be a booking goal. You might go, I want to have 5 new bookings, or I want to sell 40 items. So Beth will buy me a foundation on Sunday, or I want to sell 20 items so I can start making some profits. Well, I can order my own foundations when it comes time that you can order in May. So it can be whatever you want. Yep.
Okay.
It'll be, and then part of that, so it's posting the goal, every day posting a win, and then next Sunday posting your results in the weekly wins. Yep.
Okay.
3 things.
You hear noise, it's my men, they're mopping my house for me.
Zoom did such a good job of like blocking out background
Okay.
noise because I can't do
Okay.
that either. Yeah, I'm shocked that you didn't hear my dog.
We have one of those mops where you push the pedals and it does the water out for you, so it's kind of noisy sometimes.
Oh, okay. All right, ladies. Well, I look forward to seeing you next Monday, and I will look forward to see who's joining us in the group. I'm going to create it right now, so just shoot me a quick text and let me know if you're in. Just say, I'm in. All right. You guys have a great night. Bye, everyone.